How's it going, guys? Connor here, aka Greninja, back again. This is week 10 of the PGL, the last week of the regular season. We are 1-8, and we are facing Coach Hannonz and the New York Charmanders. Now, he's got a scary team. He's got things like Greninja, Mega Mawile. So he took over Potato Jim's team. He's the one that sniped my Greninja pick before me. So salty. I would have had an Greninja Kartana core. Could have been possibly super scary. But who are we bringing? We are bringing Maloon Rogue, Stargate SG1, Dunder Mifflin, Laddie Boeing, Scuddy. He was number 1. I will never. Scuddy Werbin, or Werbin Server Werber Haba Who, and Edgy Burb. And this time we are bringing Scarf Edgy Burb, the same set we're bringing for Suicune. We're bringing the same set for Latios, but instead of T-Bolt, we are bringing Psychic to hit things neutrally. Kartana, it was supposed... We brought the Speed Boost set for Kartana. And then Volcanion here, the Hidden Power Grass Steam Eruption Flamethrower, and Substitute. And then Aromatisse, we got Moonblast, Psychic, Protect, Wish, and Very Fat. Very fat indeed. But let's go ahead and get into this patch. He's bringing Greninja, P2, Superior, Mega Mawile, Terrakion, and Vikavolt. But let's go ahead and let's get into this match here. Turn 1, I'm like, you know what? We're going to go Staraptor. I know we've done this every time we bring Staraptor, but normally it's always banded. So let's bring Scarf Staraptor. Maybe he'll bring out Greninja like the previous guy did last week. And thus, he does, funny enough. No, I kind of wish I went ahead and CC'd. I just U-turned thinking he might switch out, predicting me to be Scarf. But no, he goes ahead and he attacks anyways. So we get a U-turn off, a very powerful U-turn at that. If we would have close combat, this thing would have been dead and would have been saved from this thing. So I'm like, let's go ahead and go into Volcanion. It can take a water move, it can take an ice move. Not entirely worried. He can't really do anything to me unless it has HP Electric or HP Ground. He goes with the Ice Beam. We eat that every day of the week. So now I'm expecting this man to switch out here if he's possibly Scarf or Specs. He goes into P2, and I go ahead and I substitute. I substitute predicting the switch. Perhaps thinking he might be Scarf or something. So we substitute. We get a free substitute off here. Now, what's unfortunate is he traced our Water Absorb, so I can't Steam Eruption this thing. So I'm stuck Flamethrowing. I know he's going to T-Bolt here, but I didn't want to waste my substitute, so I went ahead and got off some damage there. I know he can recover to gain that, get rid of that damage, but it's okay. He gets rid of our sub. I'm like, okay, shoot. Let's go ahead, and we're going to go into, I believe I go Aromatisse here, because I know I can eat a T-Bolt very well. Yeah, so we go Aromatisse. Now, I know I can take it very well and then go ahead and go with the Moonblast. He goes ahead and Trick Rooms, which is very interesting. I'm like, okay, that kind of works out in my favor. I'm okay with that. So I'm like, all right, let's just go ahead and get a Moonblast off here and see what he wants to do. No. I switch out and I go into Suicune, Smitty Werbin. Not caring what he does here, whether he Toxics, Ice Beams, or T-Bolts. And he go ahead and withdraws as well. No. I withdraw predicting him to go Mega Mawile because Mawile is scary in the Trick Room. And so he does, as I predicted. So I'm like, all right, we're going to get off a nice little Scald here. And I'm like, if he Swords Dance, he Swords Dance. So we go ahead and Scald here, and it does not do as much as I thought. He's a very bulky Mega Mawile, which makes sense. You run Max Attack, makes HP. Nothing doing there. He probably also didn't do Max Attack. Probably did some defense or special defense because of the Swords Dance possibilities there. He has Sucker Punch, he has Play Rough. And you see that doesn't do much at all. So I'm like, shoot, all right. If he kills here, he kills. And so he goes for the go for Play Rough. That's okay. And now my plan, he does kill. I'm like, dang, that is scary. Huge power. Whew. Or pure power. I think it's huge power. So we go into Moulin Rouge because I can protect here and stall out a turn of, whatchamacallit? Trick Room. So I'm like, okay, we'll protect, stall out or move. He goes for an Iron Head. So I'm like, you're right. He's probably got Sucker Punch as well for priority. Makes sense. So he's like, all right, I'm going to let him take me out, waste that last turn of Trick Room, and then I will go ahead and go into, I believe I go Volcanion. Here. And, yeah. So I'm like, okay, we can go for the Flamethrower here if we want to, or I can sub. I believe I just go ahead and Flamethrower. I didn't Steam Eruption because Flamethrower is super effective, and for the possibility of P2 coming in to trace my Water Absorb. He does trace it. He gets a Water Absorb, and I go for the Flamethrower, I believe. Yep, so we go for the Flamethrower there. And then predicting him to Trick Room again, because he can freely Trick Room, or even recover. I'm like, okay, let's just go for another substitute here, whether it recovers or Trick Rooms. So then he goes ahead and he Trick Rooms here. And I'm like, shoot, okay. Now I predict him to recover here, or he T-bolts to get rid of my sub. I'm going to go ahead and Flamethrower. He recovers, though, so I'm like, okay, I get a free Flamethrower off here, and then I predict him to T-bolt on my substitute, because obviously he doesn't want to leave that free substitute out. So I'm like, okay, he T-bolts my substitute, that's fine. I go ahead and sack off Volcanion. For him to kill Volcanion, he'll have to be at low health and not recover, and Trick Room will be over to where I can go, oh no, Trick Room won't be over, but I can go Kartana and be able to kill and get the speed boost and almost annihilate anything here. Because I'll be able to outspeed everything. Because even Scarf Terrakion will be at 108, and my base speed is 109. So I'll be able to outspeed stuff like Scarf Terrakion. So I'm like, awesome. So I burn him. I'm like, cool. If he wants to, he should T-Bolt here, so he doesn't waste a turn of Trick Room. He does. He kills off Volcanion. I'm okay with that. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go Kartana, and we're going to be able to Sacred Sword. Now, I wish I Swords Dance, because no matter what, I would have had to take a hit, and then Trick Room would be over. I wish I Swords Dance, because then I would have boosted my attack here and guarantee a kill on anything. But I go ahead and just Sacred Sword to get the speed boost here. Now, here's the problem. So he Ice Beams, as I figured, but I knew I would be able to take it, because I have max HP. Look how I take that. Very well. So I Sacred Sword, and I know I'm going to be able to kill this thing. Like I said, I do wish I Swords Danced instead, because Trick Room does end here. But the problem is, we get the Beast Boost, and we get an Attack Boost. I'm pissed. I was so pissed. Because Speed Boost, I basically win here. I 100% win here, and I was so frustrated. But he CCs, because he is Scarf Terrakion, so I'm like, shoot, okay. Not a big deal, but that's why I can't wait to gen my own mons. That should have been Speed Boost Kartana. I would have been able to kill this Terrakion, no big deal at all. I have Fightinium Z for Mega Mawile, so that one would have been a big deal as well. So I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and CC. I definitely wanted to Brave Bird here, predicting a switch into Vikavolt. I'm like, shoot, I didn't. I went ahead and CC'd, so he sacks off Greninja, makes sense. And then he's going to go Vikavolt here, completely makes sense to me, and I'm like, okay, that's going to be GG. We get rid of Greninja, though, and it's going to be a 4-0 here. But like I said, I do wish. Now, this last turn here, I wish I just Brave Bird. I was hoping that I could possibly Super Staraptor if a CC can kill Vikavolt. But as you see, I'm going to switch out into Latios here. He's going to HP Ice. I'm going to get a Psychic off. It's going to do about half, so I'm like, shoot, maybe that's going to be enough for a close combat on this Vikavolt. And lo and behold, it is not. He's going to be able to eat a close combat for days. And I'm like, wow, that's insane. But GG to Hannonz. It was a good match. And we end the season 1-9. Did not go as planned, but I kind of sort of gave up after we just kept getting hacked our wins away, and it just kept getting frustrated. In the end, I need to draft a little bit more wall breakers that are slightly fast, can take hits, and hit hard. Because the issue with Darkrai and Kartana is the fact that they can't take hits, which is super frustrating. And the problem with Darkrai is, you know what it's going to do. You're not going to be able to get people to switch out because of the scariness of Snasty Plot. So it was super frustrating. And I could have Brave Bird, I know, and then be able to kill this Vikavolt and make it a 3-0, but I was just like, you know, it's not a big deal. Hopefully I can get the sweep here, but no. Alas, I don't. So, yeah, again, we lose 4-0 here, not a big deal. We end 1-9. We'll see what we do in terms of Draft League content. I might be joining the NU Cup off-season that PGL is doing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do here. But we end the season 1-9. Poor Golden State Miniors. But that's whatever. Fun stuff. Appreciate y'all sticking around for the season. And we'll see what we do next. But I'll catch y'all later. Peace.